Now, oh, well, this is just lovely. And now I'm unscrewing the seat. The great debate has begun. Hey everyone, Monkey Wrench Mike. We are back with another video on my super cheap 1987 Jaguar XJ6. I got this, well, I won the auction for $1,200, and it's been a perfect car for me. But we have two problems that we're going to solve today in this video. They are both going to give me peace. Yeah, one is going to give me peace of mind, and the other one is going to give me peace of butt. Holy crapola, look at this thing smoke. It worked! Take another bite. Not at the camera. Yeah, we got rain. Hunt for the second vehicle has taken us to Dynamite? No way! What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
This is what I'm working with. It's not a lot.
I'm in the car.
Now, when I say piece of butt, I don't mean like a piece of, you know what. I mean my actual rear end. The second fix is gonna make my rear end so very happy that I'll want to drive this car even more. But first, we need to make this car more reliable. I have developed a leak. Let me show you what's going on, and I'll show you the quick and easy fix. So the problem I'm having comes from this area right here. This is where the drip develops. All I need to do is take off, I got two Phillips screws right here. I got two normal screws to hold these on, and I may end up replacing them. And then I have a bolt right here. This is 7/16. Seems to fit really, really well, and there's a nut underneath it. And hopefully, with a couple of tools, I can do this very, very quickly, very inexpensively, and I'm not even gonna scratch up anything, I hope. Okay, so we'll get this off. We'll unscrew those two things, and I'll show you these. These come out just like this. There's a little oblong washer to help hold them into place. Now, normally you drain the radiator a little bit so you don't get any spillage or anything like that. I'm not gonna worry about that this time. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna keep these up top, and hopefully, nothing will go wrong. But see, it should be loose now, as you can see. There is a bigger hose underneath. So let me see what I can do. I might need some lubricant right there. We'll see if these just want to come off real quick. Oh, these are easy to do. Good. You know, I'm really surprised at the rubber in this old girl because it's really held up almost like a Mercedes. I mean, it's really the quality. These are a little stiff, but they still want to come off, so that's good. Here we go. See? Now, are you going to spill all over the place? Maybe I should get a pan. Let's see if this wants to come off. No, it does not. Yes, it does. Okay, here we go. Like I said, take this off. There you go, baby. Here we go. And we can kind of scoot this out. Okay, well, that's one. Very good. So we're definitely making progress. I have removed, there's an electrical connector, just like a grounding strap or something on that side. If you can listen, this is going into a jug at the bottom of the car. So that's good. And I think with a little effort, there we go. I think she's free. Now oh, well, this is just lovely. This is just going everywhere. Hold on. Ay, ay, ay. Don't spill everything you got. You gotta save some. Sit right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move. Here's the new one. Well, new to me. Guaranteed to work perfectly. And I think it's gonna be fine. This is a little electrical connector right there. This is for the big hose. Two small ones on top. I got the hoses with this, so I'm gonna take them into the shop or to O'Reilly's and get new hoses. I'm thinking about redoing lots of hoses under here because they're getting to be very, very old. And I don't want to get stranded on the side of the road as I'm enjoying my Jaguar. But let's get this attached. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Now, we'll get these two back on. Super easy. And then I'll put the other one back on and we'll do the electrical connector. And we're halfway done. There you go. Very cool. We'll get this button back up. We'll add some antifreeze and we're good to go. But first, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. This is the Thinkscan 662 bidirectional automotive scan tool. Yeah, this is a code reader, but bidirectional means that this will let the car talk to it, but it can also talk to the car and tell it what to do, which means you can code things. You can get rid of your check engine light and so much more. Let me brag further. Here's what the unit looks like. It's very well built. It's very sturdy. There is some heft to it, so it does weigh a bit. You get a super long cord. This is what plugs in to your port there up under the dash, and this will handle 4 systems in the car. Okay, you have your engine control module, your transmission control module, your ABS, anti-lock brake system, even your SRS, supplemental restraint system. So if you have that pesky airbag light in your dash that is on, you can turn it off. You can fix this. This is going to find the problem, you replace the part, you clear the codes, and you get motoring down the road. This is my 1997 Mercedes S320, the big old S-Class. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is what I drive each and every day, and I do a lot of my testing on this vehicle. So here we have the Thinkscan. It's by ThinkCar, the 662. This is what it looks like when you connect it to your vehicle. These are things that's going to automatically search for your VIN. We can diagnose problems. We could just do a straight OBD if you just have a fault code. If your check engine light is on, we can do that. We can look at the history of a vehicle. We can get a report and get it printed out and everything. It's everything you ever want. Now, to get into the fancy features, if you go over here to maintenance, we have gearbox learning. We have anti-theft or key matching. You can disable any lost keys. You can add new keys. This only works for cars with easy IMMO immobilizer systems. You have DPF. Look at this. If you drive a diesel truck, you have electronics throttle adaptation. If you need to change the way your car drives, you can get in there and change that or reset the throttle, and it will learn how you drive. Steering angle reset, ABS bleeding, airbag reset. That's a huge one right there. Battery monitor system. You can match the battery right there. Brake pad reset, and it goes on and on. Injector coding. We have oil reset, TPMS reset, everything you want. You go into the upgrade, this is where it's going to upgrade the software for you, and then you have some other things that you can do right here. So let's go back to diagnose, and we're just going to go in and read the codes and see how fast this thing works in my car. We have activated the VIN scan. Look how cool that is. Look at that. I'm sorry, you can see me with my glasses on right here in the reflection, but that's good looking. Now, usually code readers cannot read my codes. This car, see, my car is so old. OBD2 came out in 96. This is a 97. But still, if I wanted to, I can go in here and I can manually tell it what kind of a car this is. So we can do that. Or I could put in the VIN myself and it will work that way. Well, let's just kind of go through some of these really cool features. And I've gone through just the generic OBD2 reading. Okay, it's going to go through all these protocols and it's going to find the one that actually works for your vehicle. There's like 5 of them. So we'll get that loaded, and for me, it's always this last one because I think that's the oldest because, like I said, this is a 97. Okay, and you can see there are no check engine lights, which is really, really good. There's no diagnostic trouble codes. I can go in here and I can take a look at how things are working. I can look at the real live data, which is really good if you want to really, tune your vehicle in. I can look at the throttle position sensor. Let's look at the airflow rate from the mass flow sensor and the engine coolant temperature sensor, just because it's going to be easy to look at right there. Okay, so here we have the absolute throttle position is 3.922%. Airflow rate is 40.08, and the engine coolant temperature is 140 degrees. If I step on the throttle, this will change a little bit here. See how these change? And it will give you the standard range. All right, to show you more about this, I have come into my 2014 it doesn't look like it, Maserati, which is a complete wreck. I mean, this thing sat under the ocean for a long time during a flood. So yeah, it's a complete wreck. We're working on it. I just wanted to see what this thing could do to kind of get into the system. So let me put my glasses on right here. Let's see if we can get into something like, I don't want to touch the key thing. That's going to be too much. This car is so particular. I don't want to adjust anything because it's going to mess up everything. And as you can see, a lot of my control modules are not plugged in. So let's go into the TPMS reset, which I think would be easy to do. It should get in there for us. You're going to have to know the numbers of your TPMS system. Now, other diagnostic scan tools will read those for you, or it should be in the car somewhere. Let's just kind of see. Is there a Maserati here? Yes. Okay, ignition is on. We are communicating. I have the Ghibli. And look, we can get in. It's going to ask me for the ID number. You put that in, okay, then you can go ahead and reset it. So you need to know those first. But that's just an example of what this thing can do and all of the little different modules that it can get into, which is really, really good. And for a relatively low price for this right here, I think it's a good unit. I think it really is, because it will do all of this. And I've already gone through all of that before. So that's some good stuff. Let's just try the VIN scan on the Maserati and just see what's happening here. I love the graphic. That's nice. Hopefully it'll be able to pick it up. There it is. There's the VIN. Maserati 2014 Ghibli. Okay, we can do a health report. This is going to have so many errors. It's going to be hilarious, but I'll come back and I'll show you. It's scanning. There's 6 in the engine, 6 in this engine control. 1, 3, 2. Look how fast this thing is going. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, well, we found 19 diagnostic. See, we have lost communication with a lot of the systems because everything's unplugged. But you'll realize how fast this read all 4 of those systems. Transmission control, shifter module. We can read the codes. We already saw them right there, but here we can go in there and do that. We can freeze frame it. We can report it. We can do everything we want. But this unit, it is really lightning fast. With the newer vehicle, absolutely, it works great. And very quickly on this Maserati, this is the live data stream section. Look at all of these things you can look at. Throttle position, ABCDE, airflow, ambient air temperature, boost pressure, because I have 2 turbos, load value, catalyst temperature, charge air cooler, evaporator purge system. We have coolant temperature that I showed you already, engine RPM, fuel system status, ignition timing. All of these things is going to give you a readout, and it's going to give you the values where it's supposed to be within, spec. We have the oxygen sensor, throttle position sensor, type of fuel being utilized. That's kind of a new one. Vehicle speed sensor, short-term fuel trim. So we've got almost 70 different things that we can monitor with this very nice code reader right here. Also with the 662, you get free lifetime updates, and there are very detailed tutorials to kind of teach you how to use this unit right here. I think it's fantastic. It does have 4.3 stars on Amazon with 159 reviews. So a lot of people do sing its praises. If you want to check it out for yourself, it retails for about $240. Which is a good price for a scanner with bidirectional control. We're going to have more information for you in the description box below. So please go check out the Thinkscan 662 by Think Car. All right, now let's get back to work. Well, research shows you can remove the bottom seat cushion with this one simple Phillips head screwdriver. If this is true, Jaguar has just become my favorite brand of cars, because removing a seat pad on a Mercedes is way more difficult. I mean, there are so many steps involved, and I'm going to show you how to do just that in the old 420 SEL, because that pad, you sit like this when you're driving. So it's a common fault. I'll show you how to fix a pad on a Mercedes coming up. But here in this car, supposedly, this is all you need. So let's check it out. Okay, so what's supposed to happen is there is one screw right under here. And I do have an electrical connector right here that I'll have to remove. But supposedly, if I just kind of look at that, I feel it. I can feel it. I'm in. And now I'm unscrewing. I'm unscrewing the seat. Oh my goodness, if this is it, I will love this car even more, okay? Here comes the screw. That's it. That's all that holds it in. Is it true? Come on, you have to let go now. Uh-oh. I think the electrical thing right here is in the way. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can move that. And this should just let up. She's fighting me. Wait, here's a... Well, we're going to have to spend a little time on this. All right, I got to move you so I can get under here and see what's going on. I'll show you when it's out. So you really don't have to disconnect this connector right here. I did thinking that it was holding it in. No, you just have to give it a little tug, and then you have two connectors underneath here. That's what holds it in. And this is the piece right here. It's one screw, and everything else just lines into place. This is the best design ever. We have this removed. It's just glued in there along this strip, and then there's two pieces on the inside right here that are glued. So there's no metal bar or anything like that to really kind of get in the way, which I think is just fantastic. So you can sit over there. We have these two little pieces that I've got to take out. Okay, these two go up in here into the motor. This is the actual worn down and beat up old foam. Okay, so it's out with this. And let me show you what's coming into play. Yeah, we're bringing in our reserve quarterback. Here we go. New, puffy, unused, new old stock. Super nice. I just got to change out the pad on top. Look at this. Look at that. And so all I have to do, I just got to take off these clips, peel this off, put in the electrical connector because it's already wired right there. See, through there and there. And then glue, assemble, and we're good to go. I think that's nice. I'm pretty pleased with myself. I hope this is going to make a big difference. I think so. This is much firmer than the other, and the padding itself hasn't been sat in at all, so it's going to be very, very stiff. I hope. Cross your fingers. We'll see what it looks like when I'm done. New pad, getting ready for its test fit. So we've got this right here. All I have to do, spray my spray glue down in here, make sure this fits right down in here. You know what, now would be a great time to sew this, but I don't think I have the ability to sew this. Isn't there like a disappearing? But if it's too tight, I don't want it to rip. Oh, great, here we go. The great debate has begun. I need advice. You know what, I'm just gonna put it back together because I'm gonna love this car and this is not that big of a deal. And then I think eventually using that disappearing thing, they could probably fix it. Or should I just take it somewhere while I've got it off and see, what time is it? It's 3:18, I could probably get there. Can you see what's happening? Let me take this off the stand. Here you go. This is what I'm seeing. See how the stitching has come out a little bit right there? Yeah. And I think I'm just going to run up to, there's an upholstery place just up the street, like 3 or 4 miles, and I think I'm just going to go up there and see what they say. I think I'm going to do that real quickly. All right, so we're going to pick up the video post-sewing. We've moved inside. We are back from the upholstery shop. This looks fantastic. I have my very expensive, you cannot imagine, 3M super trim adhesive, $35 at O'Reilly's. $35 for a can of adhesive, but it's for the Jag, and I think it's going to be fantastic. With this, you can see the color, how it's changed through the years too. But I want to focus your attention right here. Look at this guy. It's called Scott's Trim Shop. It's here in my hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he did such a good job stitching this right together. So what I'm going to do is just follow. This is where they glued it. This strip here, there's no clips, there's no metal bars, there's no nothing. And then when I get this attached, I will fold it down, and these little pieces right here attach on the side, and then this is what attaches on the back part of the seat. So basically, that's all you have to do. Look at the difference in the color. Wow, I bet this was gorgeous back in the day. I bet this was just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, well, we'll play some music. Hopefully this will go successfully. And we're gonna have ourselves a beautiful sitting seat. Let's get busy. Woo! Well, doggy, like old Jed Clampett used to say, I think I did really good on this. I mean, this looks, and it feels so much more stiff and more supportive than before. I'm gonna give the glue some time to dry. All I have to do now, and I've covered up any remnants of the glue overspray, all I have to do now is get all of these little black little clips that hold this here, and then this right here, you just pull it over. And you see, I've got where every clip goes. So we'll do that. I'll do that off camera. And then on the back side, I do have to glue this. So we'll get this part looking all nice and pretty. Kind of like that. And then this kind of goes like that. And we'll get this all glued up. And then we're ready for the reinstallation. All right, well, we're making progress. We have this all aligned. I did a pretty good job of aligning this little cutout right here. I'm not going to show you the front because it's not perfect, but it'll work. It's just gonna work. I'm waiting for my super duper weld wood contact cement to get glossy and dry, and then I can fold this up here and it's gonna hold it in place. Then all I have to do is attach this piece right here, put in the wiring, put in the switch, put it in the car, and we're good to go. The front of this looks amazing. I'll show you when we are ready. I think it's really, really, really gonna be nice. At least my fingers are crossed. She's done. Yep, I think she looks great. We have this. This is the switch for the power seat that goes, I guess, up and down that I need to check out. Everything is glued, everything is reattached, and here we have the final product. It looks good. I'm so happy with myself. I really am. I think it's fantastic. We'll put some more conditioner on this. I'm gonna condition these seats over and over. And now that I know the original color wasn't burgundy, it was more of like a blood red, I may go ahead and get the dye from Clyde's in the correct color, and we'll just make this thing look like new. That might be kind of fun to do, but this was certainly a job well done. I didn't even cut myself, and I think it's gonna be fantastic. I know it's gonna be fantastic, and my booty is gonna love every minute in the driver's seat. Let's see if we can get this to work. See if we can get it to make contact with the motor and just kind of see what's going on. This is the motor way down in there. Let's just see what happens, because I don't think it was working the first time. I brought this just in case. So let me connect everything. We have the keys, we have it connected. Let's just see what's gonna happen. Hopefully it'll do something here. Oh, it goes down and it goes up. Look at that. It's working. Somebody is really, really proud of himself for doing that. Holy moly. I love it. I love it. I love it. So all we have to do is screw it in. Can you believe that's all that holds this whole seat in is one freaking little screw? I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna put any pressure on this. The glue still has to dry on the back, but I'm happy. I am so very, very happy. That, my friends, is how you fix a Jag. We did good. We actually did really, really good, and we made a nickel. I found a nickel at the bottom here. So that's cool, 5 cents ahead of the game, and I love this car even more. I mean, it is so, some things are very, very simple. One lone duck. You better hurry. Oh, he's gonna circle back and He's looking for benzo. It's actually a goose. Oh, look, there's another one. Oh, some geese flying by, 2 geese. Okay, anyway, this has been such a great thing to do. It's been so much fun. So we have corrected 2 problems. I now have peace of mind and peace of butt, and that's a good thing. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. We're back with another video very, very soon. Don't forget, go check out that code reader. It is good. It's less than $240, and I think it will save you a lot of time if you are into cars. So please use the link below and check it out. Okay, we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.